Hello and welcome to Damnation Station, a true crime podcast with your hosts,
Ava
and Ella. Today we are talking about ALEXEE TREVIZO, and warnings. This case includes murder, child abuse, and stupid decisions.
Facts.
So you haven't heard of this case? It's been in the news lately.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so, because it's like really recent. This happened in January.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. Then maybe I will be familiar with parts of it, but...
Maybe.
Yeah. I'm curious to know more then.
Okay. ALEXEE TREVIZO, a 19-year-old cheerleader from New Mexico, found herself in the hospital January 19th, 2023. She was, what's the word? Not enrolled. Admitted. She was admitted for lower back pain and abdominal pain. When checked in, she was given a room, but left almost immediately to use the bathroom. So lower abdominal pain, lower back pain.
Okay.
What are we thinking? What's your first, what does your mind jump to?
I don't know. I guess I know really young people who've had kidney stones, which is, shocking. But I would think it was something like that or some sort of digestive issue. Because, that sounds like it, yeah. Because I know that, kidney stuff can affect your back as well.
Mm-hmm. So she went to the bathroom, almost immediately. She got the room, and then she went, ran to the bathroom. And she spent approximately 19 minutes in the bathroom.
Oh. That's, a little long, but... I mean, you're in abdominal pain,
If you're having abdominal pain, there's not, I'm not really stressed.
That's not particularly long.
One time I was using the bathroom, and I, went to the bathroom, and I knew who it was. And I'll say it later, but... It was it was in 7th grade, and I used the bathroom, and I counted how many minutes I was. It was 5 minutes in the bathroom, because it was after lunch, and I had milk. And then I come back in, and she comes, and she, calls me over after class. She's like, by the way, I know you're skipping class, because you were in the bathroom for 5 minutes. And I was like, excuse me? She's like, 5 whole minutes. So what are you doing in there? Are you smoking? And I was like, no, ma'am. I'm lactose intolerant. I had milk for lunch. She went, oh, I'm so sorry. This is embarrassing. And I was like, yeah, it is.
Well, that's an awkward conversation. I mean, you brought it up, ma'am. So
I was like,
you asked.
This isn't my fault. So, can I please fucking go? And she's like, yeah, I'm so sorry. I'm like, okay, cool. She was awful. I hated her. Anyway, she comes back from the bathroom after 19 minutes, and she settles back into the bed of her hospital room. A nurse, seeing how she was in there for so long, was like, maybe I should, go in after her, see, the state of the bathroom. Maybe she's using the bathroom, whatever.
Yeah, but if she was having, abdominal pain, you never know.
She goes into the bathroom and, walks in seeing the floors and the walls coated in blood. Just covered. Just blood everywhere. And chunks, not wet blood,
Uh-oh.
So she obviously.
Are you talking about clotting, or it was there's just chunks in the clots of blood in new blood? Okay, yeah.
She was obviously shocked, a little stunned. She called the doctor.
Would be. Yeah, would be.
She called the doctor and she's like, "Yo, doc, you want to come in and check this out?" The doctor came in and. While investigating the scene, they assumed that she had attempted to harm herself with the amount of blood that was there. They're maybe she attempted to, hurt herself or, While investigating, however, they unfortunately found the body of a newborn baby in a plastic bag in the trash bin.
Oh, wait, okay. Okay, so I have heard of this.
You have?
I didn't know it was in a plastic bag.
Yeah, so it was wrapped in a plastic bag and dumped in the trash can. The baby was unfortunately found dead. The baby had passed away from suffocation.
Oh my god!
But we do know that it was a live birth because an autopsy was performed and there was evidence that the baby had breathed before it was killed.
Okay, because I was going to say, because I know sometimes that babies, things can happen during childbirth, unexpectedly. Sometimes it's not breathing right away, so you have to, deuce, you have to, get it to start breathing, that's what nurses do. So I wasn't sure if she was just, panicked. I was like, oh my god, it's a blue baby. I don't know. Okay, so, alright, so she killed the baby. Okay, keep going.
So, the police confronted her and her mother, and there is footage of this that I will show. And Alexei denied it initially, but after seeing the police officer, like when the nurse was like, hey, did you like have a baby and then dump it in a trash can? And she's like, no, what are you talking, like I would never do that. And then as soon as the police officer comes in, she's like,
gaslight.
low-key, yeah, I did do that. And her mom's like, oh, her poor mother, she's horrified. And she's like stunned. She's like, oh my god, like, are you serious? Why would you do that? Like, why? We're in a hospital. We're in the place where you can receive medical, like, there's no need for you to have done this.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I'll play the video.
We discovered a dead baby in the bathroom.
Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry. It came out in me and I didn't know what to do.
Lexi, I told you about this. I just asked you, baby, to tell me the truth.
It was not crying or nothing.
What did you do to it?
Okay, stop right here. Stop. Number one priority, guys. Number one priority is she just had a baby. I don't know if she's delivered the placenta. She's bleeding significantly.
Yeah.
I've spoken to the obstetrician at Loveless. They want her out there as soon as possible.
Okay.
I obviously need your permission to transfer her for medicals. She needs to
She's
be.
19.
Oh, you're right.
But she is a student too.
No, but
19 years
you're
old.
right. You're right. She needs to. I'm sorry, I forgot she's 19. But you need to make sure that you're safe. I need to send you to Loveless to labor delivery. Will you please agree to that?
Yes.
Okay, great. I'm gonna work on that. In terms, I'm sorry about this, but in terms of delivering a baby and it looked like you tried to hide it, we do have to have the police involved.
And that thing was crying. It came out with nothing.
I know. But the baby's gonna have to be taken for autopsy and there'll be an investigator and everything. I'm really sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. But we need to do this correctly. And I wanna be transparent with you about what our steps are gonna be. Officer, do you guys need to talk to her before we get her transferred?
How long is it gonna be before you have to transfer
I
out?
don't know. What are you working on?
Okay.
Marina, what do you think, 20, 30 minutes?
Yeah, hopefully, yes.
Okay.
I got a detective on the way, so
Okay.
they're gonna be talking to her.
Okay.
Do you guys have, I'm the charge nurse here, do you guys have any questions for me?
Like, how big is the baby?
It's full term.
What?
9 months?
Nothing was crying.
Lexi, have you watched the news of the girls that what they do to their babies and what they go to jail?
Nothing was crying.
Any other questions?
So as of right now, like I said, is we're gonna have the detectives come over here and they're gonna talk to you, okay? We have to gather some more information about what's going on. They'll get your statement, they're gonna get the doctor's statements, they're gonna get everybody's statements, okay? So I don't know everything yet, okay? So I'm not gonna tell you, I can't tell you nothing honestly, okay? All I can say is,
Gonna go to jail?
right now, she's being detained. So she's not gonna leave from here at all, period.
Basically, she kind of admits to it. And her main defense was that, like, the baby wasn't crying when it came out, you know? And that's why she did what she did.
Okay, that's what she was saying. I wasn't sure if she was saying it wasn't crying. That's what she said at first, but I thought later she was saying, like, it was, like, crying, and I didn't know what to do.
She was like, nothing was crying, and I didn't know what to do.
Okay.
So she was like, there weren't any noises being produced. She thought the baby had been delivered stillborn. And she was like, I don't know what to do. Which, couple qualms with this.
Mm-hmm.
You're in a hospital. Why don't you have the baby in the hospital? Like, I get not wanting your mom to know, but like committing homicide. That's what she's being tried for.
Oh, okay. First degree?
Yeah.
Because it's Okay.
Yeah, premeditated homicide.
Okay.
Well, she's being tried. I don't know what degree she's being tried for, but
well, she's an adult, so
she's an adult. It could be premeditated or it could be like an act of like desperation.
Yeah.
But like then, so these kids, her friends, agreed with the Daily Mail to do an interview, like an anonymous interview.
Okay.
They confirmed that Alexei, she like she knew that she was pregnant. She knew that she was pregnant. She had named the baby. She named the baby Alex, and she had been lying to her mother that her weight gain was from birth control pills.
I gotcha. So her mother claims to not know at all when she took her daughter to the like hospital for like pain in her now like rapidly growing lower stomach. And she was like, oh, like,
Well, I mean,
aw.
that's why I asked you, because I was like, what would your thought be? And you said kidney stones.
Yeah, but like I feel like when you're pregnant though, it's noticeable.
Not always. There are phantom, like, they're not phantom, I don't remember. It's like there are pregnancies where you don't show it all. And you just don't know. And then
but
your
she's
baby
like
just
young,
comes.
but I feel like it
Yeah.
it would. I know there are people who like are sometimes like obese and then they don't notice the weight gain or like it's not visible enough to them and then they have like babies that they didn't expect they were gonna have or they're pregnant like and they're very far along and they have no idea.
And, you know, if you're a cheerleader doing a lot of exercise all the time and you just don't eat that much, I feel like you gain a little bit of weight, but it can be, I mean, even now, like, that's post-birth. She doesn't look like she's just given birth. I mean, we can't see her abdomen, but it does, you know. Yeah, I don't know. Based on the mom's reaction, based on her reaction, I don't think she knew.
Yeah.
But I could be reading it wrong. Because she was kind of like, are you fucking kidding? Like, we talked about, like, you've seen the bitches, like, who go to jail because of this.
Well, I feel like that's weird. Like, that's so oddly specific. Like, why would she have conversations? Like, my mom's never had conversations with me about, like, just so you know, don't kill a baby if you ever have. Like, that never came up. That's never come up.
Like, it's come up when, like, my mom was like, she's like, if you ever do get pregnant, just tell me. You know.
That's different than being like, haven't you seen
Maybe
that's like just a very, I mean, obviously maybe she was panicked and
I mean,
she was
maybe
like,
there was a recent crime in the area that was like, a woman did something to her baby. And they were like, remember this bitch? Like, she fucking went away. And so do you want to go away? Like, she does not seem pleased.
Yeah. I guess everyone's reaction is different. I definitely think that they both, at the very least, Alexei seems scared. I'm not sure if she has...
She seems scared, and she seems like she's crying, but I don't see any tears. And she just looks... Like, her reaction's so weird. I don't know how to categorize it.
But
For all the audio listeners, I implore you to watch the video to try and get a read on, like, the body language.
Yeah.
At one point, I was like, is she smiling? Like, her mouth was, like, angled weird. And I'm like, I don't understand. Like, she's reading weird to me.
Yeah, I think that, obviously, like, to play devil's advocate, as people often like to say, I feel like there are a couple ways that could explain any sort of way that, like, a jury might say that she reacted weirdly to being told that she had murdered a baby and was going to have to probably go to jail. I think that, like, when you are pregnant and then you are no longer pregnant, the baby is out of you, your, like, hormones are, like, so crazy, like, in that, like, few days afterwards. Like, there's just so much going on in your body. And I also think that, like, to me, she seems scared and, like, very, like, paralyzed and numb to it. I don't think that she could have done what she was doing and not had some sort of numbness.
Do you think she could do the insanity plea? Like postpartum depression or something made her just...
Maybe.
But she went to the
like,
bathroom before she gave birth.
Yeah, but, like, I can see how, you know, all that blood, it seemed to happen very quickly.
Yeah, 20 minutes.
Like, that's not a lot of time to... Like, obviously she's at an age where giving birth is, like, pretty easy and you usually don't come out with complications. So, like, it's not unlikely that it, like... It probably was pretty, like, painless, but still, that's a lot of fluid.
And it must be painful, like, but
she's by herself.
I mean, the
like,
thing is, she didn't have to be by herself. It didn't have to be painful. Like, it didn't, like, all these things didn't have to happen. She made it so that it happened that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Her mom was gonna find out one way or the other. Like, there's no way her mother wouldn't find out.
But, like, I wonder if she had these plans that she had named it and told her friends and she was aware, and yet she still was like, I can't tell my mom. Like, it sounded like she was maybe going to keep the baby, but somehow she was not gonna...
She's still together with her boyfriend to this day. Like, as far as my knowledge, like, they're still together. She's 19. She's a legal adult. Like,
yeah, but
even
like,
if you are scared of telling your mother...
But, like, what would her mother have done had she been like...
Get an abortion? Maybe she didn't want that, but you kill your baby at the end is killing the baby. Like, you know, like, sorry, but like you.
No, I know.
You get an abortion, like maybe she wanted to keep the baby, but either way, like the baby's not there, so you're not getting the same end result. Like if you're worried about having an abortion, the solution to that is not, yo, let's give birth and then kill the baby, because then it's like abortion's an abortion. The baby alive out of you, that's, you know, murder.
Yeah. I wonder if things may have gone differently had her mother not been the one with her who, like, took her to the hospital and was, like, in her room. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it was strangers and doctors, would she have been okay had she not had to hide it from her mother?
She's gonna take the baby home.
Well, yeah, but at that point, it's too late. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, how is it not too late when she pops it out, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, my thing is like, one, why'd you go to the hospital if you wanted to hide it? If you wanted to hide this birth and you didn't want medical help, go in an alley. You know? Like, don't go somewhere with your mother as you're giving birth. And then, you're in a place surrounded by medical professionals there to inspect your lower back and abdomen.
Yeah.
You think they're not going to be able to tell, hey, maybe this bitch was pregnant.
Yeah, that's very true.
Or, like, the placenta's still inside of her. She's bleeding. Actively. And the bathroom's covered in blood!
Also, she left the baby in the trash can. Like, no, maybe she will be able to make some sort of plea of desperation or, like, insanity with postpartum depression, because, like, if her friends were saying that she seemed like she was saying things that made it seem like she was going to have the baby and then, like, keep it and name it. Like, at least name it.
Well, she did. So she named it Alex. But she knew it was a boy, too.
Yeah, so
she must have gotten an ultrasound.
So, like, yeah, so you care enough to know the gender and to
name it.
So I think that
and to tell any
premeditation that happened was within those 20 minutes. I don't think she went into the bathroom thinking she was going to kill the baby.
I have heard that labor pain also feels like shitting pain. Maybe she's like, I gotta take a dump. So maybe she went to go take a dump.
What I was saying is that, like, it's, like, pretty painless for her age. So, like, I don't know if she, like, was, like, she didn't expect... Maybe she was seeing an OBGYN, and they were like, this is the date range in which your baby will be born. And so she was like, maybe I'm just having some complications.
Maybe it's Braxton Hicks. Maybe it's a complication.
Yeah, so maybe she was like, okay. Like,
and
I'm
she's
not having the baby
her mom
today.
didn't have to be in there.
I just gotta go poop, and then she goes to the bathroom, and all of a sudden a baby's out of her. And she's like, oh my god, like, I'm not ready. I haven't told my mom yet.
She has a little moment of hysteria, like hormones
Yeah.
shit going on. And
And
she's like,
and all of a sudden she's like, it's not crying. Maybe she's like, I don't, it's,
if
it doesn't
it's
look
dead,
human. Like, yeah, like, what am I gonna do?
and
How do
she
I-
just, wrap it in a bag, put it in the trash can, and runs out. But that doesn't, like, why not clean after you? The doctors are gonna know.
She's not trying to hide it. I don't think she's trying to hide it from, it's a
But
hysteric
why
moment.
dump the baby if she's not trying to hide it? Why just go up to a nurse and be like, I had baby, like, I had a baby. Help me,
Well,
And it's not because she's like, maybe I'll get in trouble. Because you're going to get in more fucking
If it
trouble
was-
for dumping a dead fucking baby.
well, yes, but she obviously wasn't in the right state of mind. If she
No,
left that
obviously
bathroom
not.
covered in blood,
And in a lot
and
of
her
pain.
last dumping was, she was just like, I don't know what to do with this, and she was like,
Here.
it goes in, like, I can't carry, like, she couldn't carry it out or something. She felt like she couldn't do that, and she was like, I feel like maybe she was like, I made a mistake, but she was like, I don't actually know what's happening right now, and so she like,
I know sometimes, like, I've had moments where I make mistakes, and then in that moment of, like, oh shit, I made a mistake, I'll, like, do something, like, way weird to try and fix it. And I know,
Yeah,
like,
and I think that's her way
logically
of,
it's
like-
not a remedy, but I'm, like, just,
well, yeah, I think that's what she did. Like,
Yeah.
there was blood everywhere, and she wasn't, like, gonna clean up after herself so nobody knew. Like, I think that she was just like, I need to get out of here. I need to put this somewhere. She wasn't gonna just leave it on the floor. That didn't feel right. So she was like,
A lot of people, so hard in the trash, it's awful. A lot of people assume that this was a premeditated for months ordeal. I don't think that. I think
Doesn't
it
make
was
sense.
no, because why would she have named it? She probably went to the OBGYN. And Alex is kind of unisex, so maybe she didn't know her name's ALEXEE, so maybe she didn't know. But she wants to name this child after herself. She obviously likes it enough to do that.
Yeah.
She told her friends, she likes this baby enough. Maybe she didn't tell her mom because she was afraid her mom would make her get an abortion.
mm-hmm.
She wants to keep this baby. But then in a moment of hysteria, the baby comes out, it's not crying.
I think
She thinks, holy shit, my baby's dead. She went to use the bathroom. Holy shit, my baby's dead. What do I do? Like, I'm gonna get in trouble? Like, all this stuff is for nothing. Like, I'm just gonna, I'm gonna get in trouble, but I'm not even gonna have a baby at the end of it.
right. I think that's likely what happened. I think I don't think she expected the baby to come at that moment. I think that she maybe thought she had a couple more weeks. Maybe, and she was waiting till the very last minute to tell her mother because she was maybe a little scared.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that she went in here to make sure that she could confidentially, because she could talk to a doctor by herself.
Mm-hmm.
And just make sure that her baby was okay.
Just be like, yo, mom, can you leave the room for a sec? I gotta talk to my doctor about something.
Yeah.
And then relay that information. Be like, do you think it's a complication with the pregnancy? Like, what do you want? Like, what do you think?
I don't
is your
think
medical
she
advice?
thought she was having a baby that day.
I agree. I don't think she's a heartless monster.
Yeah.
I think it's a scared, girl. Like, a scared little girl who just had a baby in a bathroom alone, and she's hopped up on hormones.
Mm-hmm.
And, just immediately postpartum and just terrified.
I think she had a long-term plan, but the long-term plan included her telling her mother a week or two before she was due,
going to the hospital with her
And
mom
having-
and her
having-
boyfriend
and having the baby and then keeping said baby. I think that was what she wanted to happen. And
then it comes out not breathing, in her opinion, not
Yeah.
crying, not breathing.
She's 19. You're like, I thought I was shitting, and now there's a baby coming out of me,
Yeah.
and you're like, I haven't told my mother. You don't think it's breathing. You think something's wrong. You don't trust yourself to know what to do.
You think, and mostly you think the baby's dead.
And then you're
And
like,
you're like,
right, I'm gonna get in trouble.
I'm gonna get in trouble,
I
and I won't
you
even
know,
have a baby.
you know
after
something's
it.
wrong, and then you feel responsible for it.
And I get put it in the trash can, maybe no one will notice. But then it's the blood thing. I'm like, maybe she's maybe someone will think someone had their period. I don't but that's
I don't think she was thinking that far.
I don't think so. I think she was just fuck. I don't think she was thinking of the security cameras because they call her on security cameras. I don't think she was thinking that far. I don't think she was thinking of security cameras, blood on the floor, the nurses that knew she was in the bathroom, the baby in the trash. Like, I think she was like, if the baby's wrapped in a plastic bag, they won't find it. But the blood on the floor, like, I just don't think she was like, maybe I just run away. They won't fucking find out. Or maybe she planned.
But she didn't run away enough that she was like, it was like she wanted to act like it didn't happen. Like, she wasn't sure what happened. And so she, like, went back because she was like, I think she trusts the doctors.
I do think so. Maybe she was in there and waiting for a nurse to come in and be like, listen, I had an accident in the bathroom. I couldn't find anyone to talk to tell them about it. Can you clean it up?
I think that she maybe... Sorry. I think that she wanted to... Like, hospitals feel probably pretty safe, especially after something like that happens. I think that if she wasn't going to tell them eventually, she maybe wanted them to know something bad happened and she needed help.
I think she wanted them to know she needed help. I truly think, like, maybe she was just like, I'll go find a nurse, and the quickest way is for me to go back to my room, wait for a nurse to come in, tell them I had an accident in the bathroom. Just say, like...
Because you don't want to go running around screaming, like, I have a baby. Like, you know?
But maybe just be like, I pissed out a lot of blood. Don't know what's going on. But, like, I don't think she was thinking that far, like, the placenta. Like, I don't think she was thinking that far, like, what if they find the baby? I don't think she was... I just don't think she was in the right state of mind. I think she could have a decent insanity plea.
Yeah. Because it's also not a particularly... to me, it doesn't sound particularly violent.
No, I think she thought the baby was already gone.
I agree with that.
Sorry.
Oh, you're fine. Yeah, I think that... Yeah. Okay.
I don't think she's like a heartless, ruthless monster.
Yeah. I don't know. I had a hard time looking at her and thinking that she was like... had malicious intent.
I think what she did was wrong. It was stupid.
Yeah.
And it was wrong. But it's really thin, but it does taste kind of good.
We're talking about cookies.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. I have a plate of cookies. I ate most of them. There were like 30. There is now 6. So but all 6 are for you. So I hope you feel like really treated. Like a special little lady.
Crime and cookies.
Crime and cookies and crime. You know that girl on TikTok?
Mm-mm.
You don't know Cookies and Crime?
Oh, she does cookies based on crimes, right?
Yeah, and she does like frosting. Like it's the frosting of the cookies. And she like does the I like her account. I think it's really fun. So go check out Cookies and Crime on TikTok. Yeah, so that's all I have in regards to ALEXEE. That's all I have in regards to ALEXEE TREVIZO.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a short case. The trial's coming up soon, so maybe we'll know more. Maybe we'll have a second episode regarding her.
Thank you so much for listening to Damnation Station episode 1. Whatever service that you're listening to us on, please make sure to subscribe. We also have a YouTube channel, a TikTok, and Instagram that you can also subscribe to us. And a Twitter. Under the same name of Damnation Station with both of us. So, if you liked this episode and you want to hear more from us, leave a like.
Check it out.
And if there's anything that you didn't like, leave a dislike. Let us know.
Give us a comment. If there's anything you'd like to see from us next, or any cases, or anything you have general questions on, leave a comment and we'll do our best to respond.
Again, thank you so much for listening, and we look forward to seeing you next week.
Toodles!